Good morning, everybody. You're listening to the Warm Up Podcast, and I'm your goofy host, Lou Michael. We're doing the weekly check-in, just seeing how you guys are feeling. It is a gray, misty December morning in mid-Michigan, and, we're going to go hit chest day because it's Tuesday, and that's what we do. More of a push day, but anyways, gang, all right, let's get this out of the way up front and early. Today's pre-workout is Fit Aid. I was at a Fresh Time grocery store, and I like the novelty of trying a new pre-workout or energy drink with you guys. And I didn't look at this one, I didn't check everything before I bought it. The can got me. Good marketing. So it's Fit Aid, Citrus Melody. And I always have a sip before I turn the camera on, crack the can, and go for it. This one I wish I had the first sip with you guys on camera, because I'll let second sip. Oh, not good. It is rough. Fit Aid does taste like medicine, and I want to like it because it's citrus flavored, and I don't know. I want to try and like everything. It's a product on the shelf. Somebody put their dreams into it, but this tastes like horse piss and turmeric with a little bit of lemon and lime in there. I'm gonna give it 1 sit-up out of 5. Would not pre-workout again. And then unfortunately, it's got 40 calories, most of which coming from sugar, and then only 40 milligrams of caffeine, which is like, I don't know, if you're a caffeine addict like me, I'm like, 40 milligrams, what are we even doing here, champ? Like, this is this is the equivalent of throwing a fucking rock at an M1 Abrams tank. I'm like, I'm not even gonna feel that, you idiots. I'm fueled on twin turbine engines that need at least 200 milligrams of caffeine in a pre-workout. Not all the time, but you get what I'm saying. All I'm saying is 40 milligrams. Yeah. Hey, everybody, I'm just drinking a soda pop that tastes like horse piss right now. Fit Aid. And then the other part of my pre-workouts I've been doing lately is the arginine and citrulline. Every now and again, when I get that pump feeling, try and have a real good workout, youthful feeling workout, I'll take some vasodilations, something to, kind of get me going. But anyways, so I want to hop into the subject of today's episode, because I'm trying to quell a little bit of anger I got right now. And I want to talk about dealing with disappointment, because it's just, there's been a lot in the last 7 days, and it's okay. Like, I'm allowing myself to feel disappointed, and it's in a lot of things. I'm mainly disappointed in myself, and then just situations that I'm not sure I could have controlled. But for those of you that know me, and anybody getting to know me, hey, thanks for watching. I had a full patellar tendon rupture in my right leg almost 2 years ago. I think I'm on 20 months, maybe 22 months. So almost 2 years since I had that repaired. And I don't really talk about it a whole lot. I've rambled here and there about it on here, but it was like a life-changing injury for me, because like I didn't know, the function of your knees, or, how bad a tendon tear can be. And a patellar tendon rupture that I had completely tore my kneecap tendon in half, and that connects all 4 heads of your quadricep down over your knee to the tibia. I'm not a doctor, but you understand what I'm saying. And so when your quads can't move or function properly, I couldn't bend my leg, couldn't walk. But if I was a horse, they would have shot me in the head and sent me to the glue factory. And if before modern medicine, I would have been, a cripple the rest of my life. And so first step dealing with disappointment with that is When it happened, I never like to have the why me mentality. So F that. I just accepted it, and I was just so grateful that I was in a position to get that injury repaired. And I'm grateful now that that I'm almost back to like normal function. You know, it's like it's so it does shift your perspective, right? But last week I had an MRI on my left knee, my uninjured knee, and from the last year and a half of training and just overcompensation, I've been having a lot of pain in that. So through a recommendation through a PT doctor and my orthopedic surgeon, I got an MRI, and it came back that I have slight, like small tears in my left knee and tendonitis, and it's caused by those tears. And I'm happy that I'm like, okay, it's nothing that I need surgery on, but it's also, you know, my doctor was like, you got to be vigilant on this. And my injury right now is from overuse. And I think it was, again, compensation from recovering from that, from my other injury, and I'm stubborn, you know. And this is where I'm my own worst enemy. And I think a lot of us can be that way, especially if you use physicality as an outlet, right? I go to the gym, I lift weights. Sure, the aesthetics are awesome. You gotta love that when your diet's on point and all things are firing, you know, in one direction and you're on a mission. Sure, you feel great, you look great, that's awesome. But I think for a lot of us, myself definitely included, you know, I'm raw dogging a lot of unchecked mental illnesses. I got one or two diagnosed that I can keep a real watchful eye on. But other than that, it's, you know, pumping iron for an hour to 2 hours a day with just a little bit of that masochistic, like, I'm going to kill these demons today. And when that's taken away from you, it's a huge coping mechanism I had to learn to move on without for a while, right? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and, you know, squats, deadlifting, weightlifting. Yeah, it's all meathead, like surface level stuff at a glance. But, you know, I didn't realize that was a foundational pillar of my life and who I was until that injury. And now being told that, like, I'm not back yet, and I knew I wasn't, that sucks, right? And I don't normally mean to be, you know, an unironical user of that sucks, but yeah, it for me at this point, yeah, it does. And I'm like, all right, how do we move on, right? How do we deal with that amount of disappointment, that I'm not back yet? And then being told more so that, you know, overuse and overdoing it is now my problem. I got medically diagnosed with being too jacked. I do remember that. My doctor came in and, you know, by gym standards, I don't really have great legs, but I think, you know, to the not lifting world, I got okay legs, you know? And so my doc comes in and he goes, look at your quads, you know? Now look at that, your tendon's about this big. You know, you got a lot of muscle for all that tendon. And I just remember, I know he meant like I got to chill, but it was like, fuck yeah, dude. I think my doctor just medically diagnosed me with being fucking jacked. So, you know, you can spin any negative into a positive if you're crazy enough. But just kind of paying attention to him. You know, I love him. He's a good doc. And he's like, yeah, your problem's not being motivated to put in the work and you know, doing the exercises I need to do and whatnot to get better. It's chilling. And I'm like, God damn it, dude, that sounds like such a stupid humble brag. Like, what's your biggest weakness? Like, oh, I work too hard. Come on in. You're good. Come on. Do you see me? Do you want to go? All right. Well, if you want to turn, you can turn. I might have crowded the plate a little too much. I don't think they're going to go. We'll see. You can go ahead. Yeah, there you go. All right, thank God. had ourselves a Midwestern standoff there. Just a politeness overflow at the turn. So anyways, all last week that kind of pissed me off, and dealing with disappointment and news you don't like, I go back to, gratitude is a great way to combat being a son of a bitch when you're completely head-assed, whether your ego's getting out of check, which is a whole other conversation, because I wanted to talk about some stand-up stuff as well. I got to open for Troy Bond. I think I talked about that last week, and I'd heard great things about him, and now I can say from a first-person perspective, he rules. He's a sweet man. He's younger than me, but he's a sweet guy. I vibe with his nerdisms, which was pretty cool to work with a headliner that is a nerd like me. And in the green room, he rules. He's not a schmuck in the green room, which I appreciate. I'm always worried about being that guy in the green room, and luckily I felt right at home. Got to work with Greg Sharp, Michigan's own Greg Sharp. I love him. If you don't know him, look him up. Greg's been doing comedy for a while, and he's, oh man, I always just appreciate people whose styles are different than mine, but are also hilarious. Because truth be told, I don't know a chef that really loves their own cooking. Maybe some do, but I watch myself on stage a lot in my clips and editing, and I'm like, I don't know if I'd buy a ticket to it, which I'm working on. I want to be a comic that I would want to see, but that's tough. But anyways, getting back to dealing with disappointment and whatnot. So gratitude, right? Working on that. And I remember just walking my dog, little dog, not my dog, girlfriend's dog. She'll kill me. She's like, it's not your dog. I'm like, I pick up a lot of his shit. You get him in the divorce, but right now he's also mine. But I was walking him, full gait walk, strutting, you know what I mean? And it's moments like that where I'm like, oh yeah, I just love doing stuff like that, and I can, right? Walking through a wooded trail in the rain, just kind of pretending it's a post-apocalyptic world, and me and my dog meat dog are, on patrol, protecting the village. That's how I work out, by the way. Nerd shit. Got to motivate yourself somehow. I'm not lifting weights. I'm lifting 100-pound shells into a battleship cannon, Just be a little crazy in the gym. So yeah, just looking at what I can do, and I took the doc's advice to chill, to give myself a reason to see if I could enjoy a workout without leaving absolutely gassed or obliterated, as well as counting calories, and God, food addiction being its own episode as well. Just dealing with a lot of extraneous things. I been having workouts where I'm like, okay, let's have ourselves like an 85% day and save 15% for myself, where I could do more, right? And normally I'd be like 100, dude, burn out on that workout. Give 100%, give 110%, leave fucked up. But I'm like, no, I'll never recover if I do that. I will be in a death spiral of pain and anguish. And so to Willy Wonka this shit, I'm going to take 2 steps back right now to hopefully go 3 steps forward at some point. I don't know. Willy Wonka, 1 step back, 2 step forward. I don't know. I love Willy Wonka. So I'm working on that, and sorry guys, a little bit more of a serious warm-up today. And there's more disappointment that happened this week. I lost a check from the club, and there's a lot of excuses I could have thrown out of why I lost it and how I lost it. But at the end of the day, it's on me. It was in my pocket, and now I don't know where the fuck it is. And was it a life-changing amount of money? I don't know. Kinda, to me. Tank of gas, So luckily I know the club. I'm going to email them And my uncle once told me about the good guy discount, and I'm hoping that maybe I can get the good guy recheck on this. It's basically just nice email, gonna be forthcoming about fucking up, and seeing if they could just send me a check in the mail. Or maybe I'll come grab it. Or if not, fucking hard life lesson learned. Normally, if I get cash, you squirrel it away immediately. If I get a check, I put it in my phone immediately, deposit it immediately. And, so you have your money. You got to secure the bank. And I fucked up. I got a little too excited and put it in a pocket, and now I can't find it. And so, again, hard life lessons learned. And as much as I want Margaritaville's Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville to be the warm-up song this week, because it's my own damn fault. You can listen to it if you want, but that's not the warm-up song this week. The warm-up song this week, hopefully you guys are warmed up. I don't know if I made a great point on the end of it, but dealing with disappointment, not getting your warm-up song as I go back to end the podcast. I don't know. Just accepting it, and the last thing I want to say about dealing with disappointment is own it. Do a debrief on why you fucked up, how you can do better in the future. And really owning, I could point fingers at everybody, but again, Margaritaville, it's my own damn fault. And then after you accept it, move on and be kind to yourself, Harp on yourself, be hard on yourself, but also extend that same forgiveness you would to others to yourself. Hard to do, but give it a shot. I'm gonna. Anyways, this warm-up song and the ramble being done soon. Get horse piss, by the way. Fit Aid, You Do Taste Like Medicine, is going to be a song that I was turned on to by another comic, Derek Lee Feltner. Shout out. I've been watching a lot of Boardwalk Empire lately. Shout out to that show. As worlds collide, Derek Lee Feltner was talking about Michael Shannon has a band. Michael Shannon playing the Internal Revenue agent turned Breaking Bad guy in Boardwalk Empire. He has a band. And I couldn't believe it. And without Derek pointing it out, which, by the way, if you love incredible avant-garde comedy, Derek Lee Feltner is Kaufman-esque. But the song is by the band Corporal, which is Michael Shannon's band, I guess. And the song is Glory. And it's just got this awesome malaise kind of... I'm not great at music, but if you know the band Pavement... they did a great Schoolhouse Rock cover back in the day. But if you know the band Pavement, this song has that vibe. And for a gray, rainy day, I'm adding it to the warm-up playlist. And hopefully you guys are warmed up. Hopefully you guys have a great week. Some bullshit. I'm down in the dumps a little bit, but we're dealing with all bullshit, and we're gonna have a great fucking chest day. And I'm gonna buy a second pre-workout because this one's... I don't know if I'm gonna finish this one. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you. See you next week. We're warmed up. All right, okay, bye. Everything about today wants to be a motherfucker. And I am gonna try and fucking fight it. Oh, not good. Not good. That is fucking gross. Oh, that sucks ass. That sucks so much ass. Let's go for it.